Stop. If you're entering the market without clear conditions, you're not trading, you're hoping. Today I'll show you a strategy that removes hope and leaves only logic. It clearly points to the moment when the move is already formed and the odds are finally on your side. We'll break it down in real time and see how it filters out false signals. My name is Steven. I'd really appreciate a like and a subscription to the channel. Let's get started. First, let's get the tools ready. I'm using classic candles, time frame 10 seconds. Open the indicators tab and add Stochastic Oscillator and Williams. Let's set up the stochastic first. Set the K period to 10, then go to style, turn off the D line, set the K line to white with the 2, set the 20 line to green with the 2 and opacity all the way to the right, then set the 80 line to red with the 2 and opacity all the way to the right. Then click save. Now let's set up Williams, set the period to 10, then go to style, set the main line to white with the 2, set the -20 line to green with the 2 and opacity all the way to the right. Set the -80 line to red with the 2, push opacity all the way to the right and then click save. The indicators are ready to go. If you trade from your phone, just set up everything the same way. Want to see my market in real time and copy my trades automatically? Join my Telegram. That's where you get copy trading, daily levels, and private strategies. Entry is free and spots are limited. Message me if you want in. From the first minutes, it's clear the upside is starting to lose strength. Expiration 1 minute and I open a sell trade for $66. Let's go through this calmly, step by step, so we can see the entire logic without guessing. First, I watch the stochastic oscillator. When the white line crosses the red line from top to bottom, that tells me the bullish impulse is weakening and the market is starting to shift. This type of signal often shows up right at the beginning of a downside move when buyers lose control and selling pressure slowly builds. Next, I confirm it with Williams. Here we see the same thing. The white line also crosses the red line from top to bottom. That's no longer a single hint. It's direct confirmation that the downside is gaining strength and becoming more stable. The scenario plays out calmly. I lock in $60 and stay in the flow. Beautiful setup. Expiration 1 minute and I open another sell trade for $126. After a long upside move, the market starts showing the first signs of fatigue. Candles change their behavior, close lower and no longer support the previous pace. You can clearly see the upside impulse fading and seller pressure beginning to build. The reversal develops cleanly and logically, no chaotic spikes, no emotional moves. The bullish structure breaks down and price smoothly transitions into a downside phase. The market can no longer hold elevated levels and direction becomes easy to read. At this moment, both indicators fully confirm what's happening on the chart. They clearly point to a bearish move, so the scenario looks justified and probability stays on our side. The move runs out and correction starts. I lock in $116. The plan is working. After a strong impulse, the chart looks overheated. Expiration 1 minute and I open a sell trade for $243. Price makes a sharp push higher, candles stretch and the move looks aggressive and fast. At first glance, it feels like the rally is just getting started, but only a few bars later you can already see the impulse fading. There's no follow through, the market can hold above. New highs slow down, each next push higher becomes harder than the previous one. Buying pressure gradually weakens and the energy that was driving the move starts running out. This is exactly the moment when the price is still rising but confidence is already gone. Then we see a clean pullback, candles start closing lower, the structure shifts and price begins rotating into a downside move. In this picture, the scenario looks logical and I expect the correction to deliver. Mate, if you still have questions after watching this video, send me a private message on Telegram and I'll be happy to help you personally. Clean execution, I locked in $223 and move into the final part of the session. The final entry forms during a controlled downside move. Timer 1 minute and I open a buy trade for $467. Price continues lower with confidence. We see a sequence of clean closes below previous levels. The move is structured and directional. Sellers hold control for a sustained period and the downside impulse reads clearly, but closer to the end of the phase, you can see the selling speed slowly dropping, candles become less aggressive, new lows take more effort, and pressure from above starts to fade. The market is losing momentum. Against that background, the first signs of reversal appear. Price stabilizes as well, momentum flattens, and the move starts to rotate upward. In this situation, expecting an upside continuation is logical and the direction change becomes justified. The entry plays out, I lock in $429 and the balance reaches $896. Let's wrap this session up. Very solid session. My balance went from 66 all the way to $896. That is a strong result. And if you have any questions about the method or you want to understand it deeper, don't hesitate, message me on Telegram and I'll be happy to help you. Thanks a lot for watching, for subscribing and liking the video. See you next time. Trade smart.